Hello, all you cool cats and kittens. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's me again. Of course, you know all that already, or else, you wouldn't be watching the video and it wouldn't be me talking, so obviously it's me. I hope that you are doing awesome and having a great time, making some great art, doing some cool things. I certainly am. Here, where I live, it should be a heck of a lot warmer than it is. Usually this time of year I have strawberries already. I only have flowers. I don't know what's going on. There's something weird going on. It's like the inverse of global warming, I think. Or maybe it's all part of climate change and the weather's just weird. That's probably it. What's new? Let me think. Oh, I was going to talk about the fact that I got a great idea. I don't know if you do this. It's what I'm doing. I'm going to let you in a little secret, but I'm not going to show you what's going on. This is as much as you're going to see of the new sketchbook, and it's outside. But do you do sketchbooks that are a theme? Do you try to stick to an idea or a concept from the beginning to the end? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there's a lot of color, a lot of creativity, a lot of, what should I paint? Or draw. Actually, it's mostly painting this time. Actually, it's all painting this time. Anyways, thematic stuff, it is really good because what it does is it releases a little bit of that, oh my gosh, I've got to do something. What am I going to do? I better go on the internet. No, I don't like any of that stuff. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, you already have one of the steps out. Like, say you're going to do a sketchbook that is all of, I don't know, chewed bubblegum. So every page is going to be a glob of chewed bubblegum. That's actually a great idea. Maybe that's my next sketchbook. And then you could do some as like cubist art. You can do some as pointillism. You can do some in watercolor, some with mixed media, some with, I don't know, made out of maple syrup. I'm Canadian. Everything's maple syrup up here at Igloos. I think that would be a really cool idea. Not the bubblegum thing. That's a little bit weird. But yeah, why not? Because it just makes a cool trip. I've been doing this new sketchbook for a bit now, and I'm following a theme, which I don't want to give away because honestly, you're going to see the sketchbook tour soon enough, and then you will know, and I don't want to ruin it for you. I will tell you one thing though, I'm using the whole book every time, 2 panels every time, so they're big, and that's fun for me because I like doing big things. So you can do a whole lot of different things for this concept, right? You could do a whole sketchbook on the things in your room. If your desk where you do things is anything like mine, you could probably do a month of the stuff that's just sitting around you, because right now there's a lot sitting around me. I got to clean this desk off. You could do all animals. You could do all of your favorite people. You could do all of your favorite tools of creation. You can, I don't know, everything and anything you can ever think of, you can do. And that is very cool. So if you like that idea, steal it from me and do it. And while you're at it, tell me what kind of stuff you put in your sketchbook. And then we can all read these comments and be like, hey, that's a great idea. Maybe you do stuff that nobody's ever thought about before. Probably not, but it's a neat thing to think of yourself as a genius. But chances are it's already been thought of. Let's face it, there's been humans around for a very long time. What else is on the go? Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. Let me get a drink first. This is my favorite mug, by the way. It looks like it's Van Gogh, except for, yeah, it's Van Gogh Christmas trees. It's really good. Thanks for that. Delicious. I'm drinking mushroom something. It's really good for you, and it's delicious, and it's gingery. I was parched. I'm talking a lot. An artist you got to check out. Holy jumping. I don't know how I have never heard of this guy before, but he's a Japanese artist by the name, if I've got it written down so I don't mess it up, Murakami Takashi. Murakami Takashi. That's Murakami. Last name or first name, because I think in Japan that's inverted. Takashi. Takashi. Murakami Takashi. Wow. His stuff is like, if you've ever heard of the Flaming Lips, or better yet, if you've ever been to a Flaming Lips concert, it is like the next level up of art that happens at one of those concerts. Holy, it's like this synthesis of Japanese, Buddhist, cartoonish, futuristic, psychedelic awesomeness, and so colorful, so happy, so bright, so wild, so wonderful. I couldn't believe this stuff when I saw it. And he does a whole bunch of different stuff. He does these paintings and sculptures, and I was actually blown away by what this guy has been creating. So you have to check him out if you haven't yet. Very rarely in this life do you find something, actually it happens to me every day, I'm lying. But every so often you find something that it literally makes your hair stand up. That's why my hair is always standing up, because I'm seeing all this cool stuff, and it blows you away. And his stuff, it is like that, and it makes you smile, and it makes you love art, and it makes you realize how there's such fresh, cool stuff out there, and fresh, cool people doing it, just like you. Because if you're watching this, chances are you're pretty fresh and pretty cool. So I'd check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments, because maybe it's your thing. But if it's not your thing, don't say anything mean, because there's enough crumminess in the world, right? We want to have less of that. Positivity, awesomeness, cool comments, supporting people. That's what we need. Haters, they need therapy. We all probably need therapy, but haters, we don't need that. Okay, guys? If you have any cool artists that you've been digging lately, let me know too, because I would love to see that. I went off on a wild, mystical, magical mystery tour on Murakami Takashi, and I am kind of still out there in his own little universe of a genre of art that I think is 100% him and nobody else, because I've never seen anything quite like this. So check it out. You'll be better for it. The other thing to talk about is in Tibetan Buddhism, and I know you guys are like, hey, you're a Zen guy. Well, you know what? I'm a Zen guy, but I'm also a human being who likes to eat from the smorgasbord of life. And that's kind of how I do everything, including my own personal vibe of Buddhism. And I really dig the Tibetan thing, and I support the Tibetan people and all the rest of that. This month started May 31st, and it goes to the end of June, is a very important thing in Tibetan Buddhism, and that's called Sagadawa. And I'm probably terribly pronouncing that, but it's called Sagadawa in my universe. And what that is, it's pretty neat. It is the historical birth, enlightenment, and death month of the historical Buddha. So as you can imagine, all that jammed together within a month. Okay, obviously not the same month, because that would be a little weird. But in the Tibetan system, they recognize this month as that auspicious month. And you might be thinking, okay, yeah, cool, awesome. What does that have to do with the price of cheese? What that has to do with the price of cheese, I will tell you right now, is that in this way of thinking, since all of that happened in this month, everything aligned perfectly in the magical mystery of the universe. And there's a power to this month. For whatever reason, I'm not going to get into all that. It's a lot of esoteric stuff that you probably don't care about, but the rest of it is cool. What is taught is that in this time every year, everything that you do that is good and meritorious, or good deeds, basically, you can think of it, is multiplied. Well, sometimes they say 100-fold, sometimes they say 1,000-fold, sometimes they say hundreds of thousands of folds. The point being that all the good that you do is amplified. Also, all the crummy stuff you do is amplified. So remember that, kids. The long and short is, it's a month when you should reflect on how to be more compassionate in your life. I personally think you should be doing that all the time. But you know what? If for 1 month, if for 30 days, you can say, you know what, for 30 days, I'm going to try to be, let's say, I'm going to try to be a vegetarian. I've always thought about it, and I think it's nice to the earth and nice to all the little animals, so I'm going to try for 1 month to be a vegetarian. Or maybe I'm going to try to be a vegetarian 1 day a week instead of, eating beef every day, or whatever you do. I'm already a vegetarian. I don't know what you guys do. Or maybe you're going to be like, I am going to minimalize my life. I'm going through all of my closets, all of my drawers, all my everything, and I'm going to take all that good stuff that I thought I needed so much, and obviously I don't, and I am going to donate it to people, maybe a women's shelter, or someplace that could really use it. That's a really great idea too. Maybe I'm going to handwrite letters to all of my friends and mail it, because people used to do that and it makes you feel good. You see what I'm getting at? So let's try to let go of all that negativity. Let's try to be kind to all the animals, all the creatures, all the things, and be better in this life. And you got 30 days to do it. And you know what? I guess the way that they kind of rope you into trying is by telling you it's going to be multiplied so many times. And that may well be true. But even if it's not, it's a good thing. I would say compassion, kindness, loving kindness, forgiveness, all of these things start with yourself too. So maybe for 30 days you're going to walk more. Maybe you are going to leave your car at home and ride your bike. Maybe you're going to do a few push-ups every day. And you're thinking to yourself, well, what does me getting exercise in do for the... Oh, come on, let's be serious. If you get in shape, that helps everything and everyone. It helps you personally. It's showing yourself that you actually like yourself and you're working on staying healthy and strong and fit for as long as you can. And all of these things ripple in life. And the way I look at it is, you're in the dark and you turn on the light. And anything you are doing, because sometimes we have lots of rooms that are dark, and we turn on the light, and we turn on the light, and we turn on the light. And you can't tell me that doesn't change everything. If you ever walk down a dark street and you see a house that has all the lights on inside, maybe they have their Christmas lights on, they have trees with lights on them, they have those ornate fake street lights in their driveway, they've got lights going up. You know what I'm saying? It's way too much light, but it is really nice to see in the dark. And it also breaks that darkness, and you can feel it inside. I think that's why so many of us like Christmas. And you see those lights, and it just, I don't know, it's magic inside. So what you need to do is start with yourself. I'm not saying only yourself, but start with yourself and turn on those lights inside of you in all those different rooms. And then let's spread that outwards. 30 days. You can do anything for 30 days. Let's be serious. Let's commit to doing some good stuff for ourselves, which includes doing art. And let's think of some good things to do for other things. Maybe you're going to put up a hummingbird feeder. You're going to feed the birds. You're going to, whatever you think is awesome and kind, you're gonna do it because it's Sagadawa, and apparently it's good for all sentient things, and it multiplies for us and the universe. And let's face it, folks, this world needs a whole lot more light and a whole lot less darkness. So there you go. I think that's it for today. Sagadawa, do your research if you have to. Pretty cool thing to kick off. The other one, I'm going to read his name again before I mispronounce it. Murakami Takashi. Got it. Definitely check that out. And if you haven't started a new sketchbook, start a new sketchbook with a concept and carry that through for the next however long it takes to fill it up. And you are going to blow yourself and believe yourself to be a genius. And you know what, friends? You definitely are. Until next time, you keep being awesome. Let's spread some joy in this world. Be a light in the darkness. Take care.